Okay, welcome again. Welcome, my beautiful people. Yes, so I'm sure why you are here in this chair furniture, tire furniture, is because you've already, gone through the table furniture. I want to welcome you to this master class of tire furniture making. So we are going to be making chair in this class. So I've told you about, I've explained all the materials that we're going to need. You know that now, you know drilling machine. By now you are used to schooling, beads and all that. You are used to plywood and foam fabric. So there's no need of, doing all this introduction again. My name still remains Damilola. I'm the CEO of Damide Tyre Furnitures, and I welcome you once again to this class. And I want you to know, as usual, as I always say, it is not difficult to make. Yes, you just put your mind to it. And I want you to know again that I cannot teach you all the designs, and that is why your own creativity come out. Yes, you need to be creative. When you see a design, you need to figure it out how it is. So me, teaching you this particular one now, you should be able to figure any design that you want out. So that is how it's going to be. So I'll just show you some of the material that maybe you don't know that we'll still need. So in this class, apart from the plywood that we're going to be using, we'll still be using wood. Yes, because we're going to be making backrest. Definitely we'll need wood. We'll need something called, these are wood, any type of wood you want. This one is packing case. Why this one is wood? I mean, very strong wood. So we'll be needing all these ones. And these are foam. We are making chairs, right? So we need we don't need all this 1-inch foam that we normally use. So this is 5 inches foam, and this is of a very high quality. This is the highest quality of foam that you can get in markets now. This particular foam is very strong. It's expensive anyways, but we still have the one of 6 inches, 7 inches, but 5 inches is also okay for this chair that we are making today. So this is 2 inches foam. I'm going to be using it also, and this is 1/2 inches foam. So I will need carton for this, a lot of carton. We'll see how we use it. We need carton for this class. So you already know most of it, so I won't. So okay, plywood. You see this type of plywood we are using, very strong plywood, very strong plywood. You see, very strong. It's not all this small plywood that you need to buy the highest quality of plywood. They are going to be sitting on it, and you don't want them to sit on it, and before you know it, the plywood will just break. So you need very high quality plywood. So we need screws too. These are we need long screws, unlike all these small screws that we use for the table. You see, these are very long screws. Even in fact, you have longer than this, the one that are longer than this, but this is one we are going to be using in this class. So that is that about that. So of course we will need fabric. Sure, now we need fabric. So, and this fabric I'm using, I got it 900 naira per yard in Lagos here. But even in some shops, this particular fabric, they can even sell it for you for 1.5 because it's of high quality fabric that I'm using. So you can use any fabric of choice, as I always say. So in this, I want you to know the business part of it before we really go to the training. Some of you may ask me, how much do you charge? How much do you your custom? It depends on you. You will calculate all the amounts that you spent on material, then you add the amount for your workmanship, how much you want to charge your clients. So this, yes, it's not hard, but there is a lot of patience, there is a lot of trick that you need to put into this, and a lot of energy too, I must say, that you need to put into this work. So you need to add all the things together to be able to charge your client. So that is that about that. So we'll just go straight to today's, to the class entirely. So we are making the two-seater today we are making the two-seater. So I will teach you two-seaters. So if I teach you two-seaters, that means that definitely you can make three-seaters, right? Because if I teach you two-seaters, it's the same method you are going to use. It's just that you add another tire to it. So I'll teach you two-seaters. Definitely I have teach you three-seater, I have teach you four-seater, I have teach you five-seaters. You get? So then I'm going to teach you one-seater. Then I'm going to teach you another design of table. You see all this table that you are seeing, this the one with glass. I will show you how to assemble that one too. I want you to enjoy this class. I want you to ask your questions if you don't know. Then let's dive into the class proper. Welcome to the class. So now this is our tire. These are two tires. Look at it. These are two tires. Make sure they are of the same length. So because this my own tire now is not of the same height, you may also have that kind of issue, that is not of the same height. But normally make sure your tire is the same height. The same height, I mean, look at it. This side, you see that this place is higher than this. Make sure it's of the same height. So because my hole is not of the same height, I'm going to be putting plank on it. So I will show you how I'm going to put plank on it. You may also have that kind of issue. So that's why I'm showing you this. I just want you to know so that I will not, any kind of question like that my tire is not of the same size when you come to the height. So but make sure it's of the same width. Make sure this my hole is of the same width, but it's just the height that is different. So the first thing we are doing, you remember our drilling bit. This is our drilling bit. I have put it on my drilling machine. So now because this my plywood is very thick, see how thick it is. So the first thing I'm going to do is to drill. I'm going to drill it first. I'm going to drill. So now I've already put my drilling machine and I've already plugged to the light. So what I'm going to do, just wash it. Make sure your hand is straight. As I've always said, your hand must be straight like this. Then remember this control. So then I'll just take it in and just go apply a little bit pressure. Yes, you see. Then I will return it back to the left. Then I will remove it. See, as simple as that. So let's do another one. Turn this control to the right. Turn the control to the right. Then drill. Your hand must be straight. You turn it back and add it. So I have drilled everything now. So now we are going to be putting our screws. So I've already removed my drilling bit and I've put my screw now. So and because my screw is star head, you remember our table furniture. So I'll just put it like this, and the hole that I've drilled, I'll put it inside like this, making sure my hand is straight. My screwing bit, then I'll screw now. Now go ahead and put my So I'll just do it. I will repeat it to everything, just like this. So I'm done scrolling. I'm just pulling it, the plywood to the tire. So look at this one now. You know, I told you that this my tire is smaller than this when it comes to the height. So this is what I now did. You see this, like a bracing, like something that will bring it up. So I just put wood here just to bring this thing. It's not a must that you put this thing. Please note it, it's not a must that you put this plank. It's because I want to raise it up. So if you're having that kind of issue, maybe you did not see the same size of tire when it comes to the height, you can use this kind of method. But if you have the same height of tire, there is no need of you putting this one there. So what I did was just to screw some plank here, so I now have the same height. So you see, I have the same height. Now to join these two tires together, you know, it's going to form two seats. So to join these two tires together, what you will do is to take your plank. This is a packing case. You can use packing case. It's called, this is how the wood comes when you get to sawmill where they sell planks. This is how the wood comes. So what you will do now is that, because we want to join these things together, so now I'll just go ahead and put my planks like this. I'm going to screw it here. I'm going to screw it. I hope you understand. Please pay attention to it. I'm going to screw it here, screw it here too, screw it here, screw it to this place. That means that we now have the two joined together. Then the next thing I'm going to do is also to put this one here. You know, want to make sure that the two are joined together, and not, we still want to have this shape of tire, right? But still we need to join it together. So another thing I'm going to do is also screw another plank to this one. I'm going to do the same to the back. I'm going to put like 3 to the back, then I'll screw it and show you how it is. I hope you understand. Let me come again, so that screw this one together to be able to join it, and make sure you screw the front part to join it together. Then I'm going to do the same to the back, then I will show you how it is. So this is the stage that we had now. Don't worry, I'm going to explain how this thing is. It's not difficult at all to attach. It's just to attach the packing case to the back. You see, this is the way the tire is after attaching this plywood to it. So I put this because this one was not up to this. I explained it to you before. So if your tire is the same, you don't need to do this. So now I attach this that I explained to you, that I'm going to put, just to be able to, you know, connect this tire to this tire. That's why this one is, that's why we put this one. Do you understand? You can put these 3 parts in case. You can even put 4, you understand, to connect this one to this one. Do you understand? Yes. So now at the back here, look at it. I also join packing case wood from this one to this one. I would advise you use this type of wood, this packing case, because it's easier to work with, unlike wood that is very thick. So look at it now. So I attach this one, this is straight packing case. I use it to connect both together. Can you see? Then I put another one up to connect it together. Can you see? It's not hard, it's not difficult at all. It's not difficult at all. So you see the way it is. I just connect it this way, so just to connect these two together. So this one that I now attach to the back, that is what this my backrest will be resting on. So any design you are making, make sure you have something like this, especially when you are making 2-seaters or 3-seaters. You have to have this, because that is what your backrest will rest upon. Do you understand? So I use screw to screw it together. So in this furniture making, I also make use of nails. I also use nails and my hammer. So I will show you where I use my nails. So I just attach my packing case like this, you see. So if you are the one that you are making, maybe you are making all this curve, maybe all this curve, you want the up to be curved, you just take your saw and cut, or you can just tell them where you buy the this thing that they should cut for you. You see, you cut like this, you can cut if you want. You don't want the upper part to be straight. So now this is what we want. So at this point, you see, this is where I stopped here. I stopped at this point here. I stopped at this point here. So you can make yours to be longer, but this is the design I'm making. This is the design I'm making. So let me just show you the back, the way the back looks like. So this is the back of our furniture. This is, I make sure that I screw it very well with my, after I've already secured my screws to the tire. You know, this side, this side, the wood I attached to this one start from here to this place, because you know it's not bendable, and our tire is a bit curvy. You know, at this place starts curving, so that wood stopped here. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Stop here. So from this place now, you see this one, I just attach it directly to my tire, so it's curving now. So the way the tire is curving, so you just be covering with it like that. You see, it stopped from here. So this one now, this one I just went ahead and I attached directly my backrest. Can you see the way my backrest looks like? So here I still want it to be more secure. You see, it's very secure. Nothing, it's just like wood. So I still want it to be more secure, so I just went ahead and put another, this one is just like a brace. I put another packing case to the back. Can you see now? So that this is the first step you are going to be doing. So this is the first step that will happen. So anyone you are making, any design you are making, this is the first one that you will do. That is the one that you want it to have backrest. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be, you know, this place now, I will, you know, I can't just put the foam like this. So I'm going to, that's where I will start putting my carton. I'll put my carton inside, I'll tuck it in. You will see the way it will look like. You will see the way I will do that now. Yes, so this is how, this is where we are now at this stage. You see, I'm going to be putting this carton. So I've put carton, then I'll use my staple gun to staple it down. So put enough carton on it like that. I'll put carton. To fill this gap. So you see, I'm done putting carton. Make sure you put carton. So I'm done putting carton. Then the next thing is I'm going to be putting carton here too. I'll just place my carton. So this is how it looks after putting the carton. See, I put the carton here too. It's not something that is difficult, right? You just put carton, use your staple gun to staple it down, and that is it. Just your staple gun to staple it down like that, just to cover the plank. So I cover the back also. I cover the back of the chair too. You see, I cover the back of the chair too with I cover the back of the chairs too with carton. Do you see? This is the down part. So the next thing we'll do now is to put our foam. I'm going to be using 2 inches foam for this back. I'll use 2 inches foam for this back, then this thick foam for here. But first and foremost, I'm going to put lining. I'll show you what I'm going to do next now. So I have put my foam. I use 2 inches foam, you see. So see, I'll just bring it to the back like this and finish it up. Pull it to the back. I tucked it in here. Then the upper part, I just pull it to the back and use my staple gun to go around. Just go around like that. I have to put some pressure so that it will stay. And if it not stay well, you will see I'm going to use tack nail to tack it together if the staple gun did not really stay on it. I'll just work my way around like that. So this is the tack nail I talked about. This is it. Small nails like this. So sometimes your staple gun may not hold the foam well because of the inches, because the foam is thick. So and because of this carton and everything, it may not really hold it together. So you can just put tack nail to hold it together. Just to hold it firm. Be careful with your hand while using your hammer. So that's what I'll just do. So you see, I've tagged it now. This is half-inch foam. So I'm going to be covering this back. I don't want the back to look like this. I want to cover this back to give it smooth look. So I'll just put it. Now use my staple gun to hold it. So I have to shift the chair to the wall so that I'll be able to walk on the down part. So this is the half-inch at the back. You see, this is the half-inch at the back. So I'm just trying to tuck it in to this side. Just working my way around to this place. I have to tuck it in like this. So this is the way the side is. See, this is the way the side is. I'll make sure I pull the foam gently. I have some excesses here. I'll just try and cut those excesses out. And I'll just neatly continue folding it down. This thing is not difficult. When you just know how to put the back, you'll be able to figure how you'll be able to, put your foam where you need adjustments, what you need to add. That is just where your creativity will come in. When you see a design, you can just first and foremost, think of how you are going to go about it. Then you'll be surprised that you'll be able to make it. So I'll just cut these excesses out. So you see how neat it is. You see the down part. So now we'll cover this back. We are going to be covering this one too. We'll cover it with our plywood. Remember our plywood? We're going to be putting our plywood here like this. You see, but we are going to be putting lining on the plywood. You understand? We'll screw it to the tire. We'll put the lining. We don't want it to look like this. We'll put the lining, then I'll just show you how we'll go about it. Before we go to the down part, we are going to the next thing we are going to do is to cover this place. And why it's like that is because those excesses is going to enter the space down. You will see what I mean. I know you may not understand, but I will show you the way it's going to be now, because everything, all the excesses is going to go down. So and we need to cover it. You get? So this is the material I'm using. It's of very high quality and is waterproof. If you pour water, it won't get to the foam. It's waterproof. We're working on the cloth now. I'll make sure I pull the excesses to the back. This kind of chair, you must use pillow for it. You must put pillow. At the end, you will see. I'm going to be sewing pillow for it. So what I'm going to do is just to tuck it in neatly. You see, I just put the cloth on it like this, and I'm stepping it down. I'm stepping it down. Then I'll just work my way down to the back. I'll staple it to the back, making sure I pull it properly. I make sure I pull it properly. My pin has finished. So, see? I make sure I put it properly. If you see it now that the clothes did not reach this down part, you will see what you are going to do to it. But let's first and foremost work with it. And because this chair is curved, so putting clothes may be a little bit challenging, but you have to be patient with it. You have to pull, you have to adjust so that you will not have a lot of gathers. So that is what you see me do. Pull. I just work my way around gently. Making of curve chair is not that simple, especially when you are now putting the clothes on it. So it's very, you have to be patient, you have to pull, adjust, and you are satisfied. Adjusting it, staple it down, apply pressure. You want something that is neat, very neat. You have to make sure it is very, very neat. So you have to pull properly. Pull properly. I'll walk at the back. I also come to the front. Walk here too. That's do with a lot of pulling. So you see me sitting down. It is where you have to. Sometimes before you even start, you have to figure it out. You understand how you do it. After putting the clothes, sit down and just think about it. That is where your creativity come in. So you figure it out. Sometimes this design that I'm seeing, how did they even do it? You know, this coffee shade I'm doing is very challenging. In fact, a lot of furniture makers, they don't like doing cuff shades because of, you know, it's a bit challenging. But because we are creative, nothing is challenging. Nothing should be too challenging for us. So you just make sure you pull well, so you can have some small gather like this. But just shouldn't be too much. So I just work my way, pin down. If I need to put tack nails, I'll put tack nails. Put it down. Chair making is a lot of creativity. It has to do with a lot of you being creative. When you see a design, what you do is just think about it. How did they do this thing? Even if it's just wood they use for everything, how can I make my own? How can I use Tyre to make mine, to give that unique curve? So you just work it round. You do it with ease. I didn't finish this chair in a day. I started, it's almost like 2 days I used to finish this chair. So don't expect to finish it one day. This is the second day of the chair making. It's just that the video is one. So this is how it is now. So after tucking this one in, After tucking this clothes inside, this back clothes, after tucking it inside, you see, so after tucking it inside, then you have this. I put the carton on it. You see this place, see the way this place is. So this is the stage that we have now. So let's move forward. I will just make sure I pull it neatly, then I will do it round. After stapling it, I'll just bring it down like this. Just go ahead and bring it down. You see, very smooth, very smooth. So just go ahead again. I'll just go ahead again and start stapling it. I'll start stapling it from here. I'll staple it to the so I'll just go ahead and staple it to the tire. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to put this half-inch foam on top of it. Half-inch foam. This is not the foam we are using though. The type of chair I'm making is the one that you can remove. It's removable seats. So because I don't want if they remove the seat on top, I don't want them to just sit on this. So I'm going to be putting this half-inch. When you are working, you need to work very neatly and make sure you use good material for your customers, and that is why you have to charge them very well, so that you'll be able to buy good material for them. So I'll put this half-inch on top. So at this point I realized that this place was not coming up well. I'll just adjust. So I'll tuck it in like this. Tuck it in. So after this, I'm going to be putting lining. This is lining, so that when they remove the foam, it will not just the seat. It will not just remove they will not be seeing the foam. So watch how I'm going to attach this. I've showed you how to do this kind of style in where we are making seats, when we are making table. So because I don't want the pin to show, this is what I'm going to do. So I'll fold it like this inside, making sure it's touching this place. Then I'll take my staple gun, then I'm going to start stapling it down. I'll start stapling it down. I hope you remember this tie. Is this tie or trick, should I call it? So just so that our pin will not show when we don't want our pin to show. So just work my way round. So this is half-inch foam. This half-inch foam, I'm still going to be putting it on top of this. So I'll staple it. You see the way it is? You see that shape? You see the way the shape is now. So I'll just go ahead and cut it out. I'll cut the excesses. Just cut out the excesses. So you see the way it is now. So this is what we have now. So what the next thing we are going to be doing now is to put our foam. We are going to be putting our foam. So let's go and cut our foam. You know it's very thick, so we need knife to cut it. So let's go and cut our foam. So before cutting this foam, let me show you. We need to cover this place. I want to show you something. This side, look at this corner here, this where the two tires join. So I just put a little plank here and I screw it to the tire, you see, so that when I put the foam, it will not go inside too much. You understand? So I just use this one like a supporter here. So now what I'm going to do now is to cover this place with foam, and we are going to cover it with fabric. So you know how we do our measurements now. We measure our tape rule from here. I just measure my tape rule from here down. I measure it down. Then I have 11 inches. So I now cut 11 inches foam. This is 11 inches foam that I cut. So you know how we do it now. We just place it, then I will staple it together. So just watch what I will do. Watch how I will do it. This is my foam. So I'll start from here. Let me reload my pin. Then I'll just start stapling it. You know how we used to staple it now. Staple it. So this is how it will look like after stapling it. See? You see this curve? You see this? This is the beauty of this kind of furniture, tire furniture. You see this beauty? You see? So beautiful. So we are almost there. So what we will do now, we are going to be putting cloth, the material. We are going to be using it to cover this place. We'll use it to cover it. So that's the next thing that we are doing. I'm done putting the foam. So the next thing is to put the clothes, and we are going to be using the same style that we use. You know, this style of pulling it like this. You pull it like this, so that when you come like this, you have this neat finish. You understand that? You remember that style. So I'll just, go like this. Making sure my hand is straight. I will make sure the pin is gripping, as in it has to hold the plank very well, this plywood, and so that the pins will not be removing. You see how it looks. You see how it looks, this neat side. So the next thing we are going to do is to work on the back. We are going to be covering this back, and this is the material. So I will just turn the material like this. I will turn the material over like this. I will just turn the material over like this. I will make sure the material here is above, when I'm pinning, it's above this pin. It's above this pin. I'll make sure it's above this pin. Then I'll just go ahead and just pin. So I just go ahead and pin, making sure my hand is straight. This is what I'm doing. You see, just spinning it. You see the way I'm pinning it, so that when I turn it, I'm going to turn it to the right side. So I'll just continue like that. I'll make sure my hand is very, very straight. The pins are close to each other. Where the pin did not hold it well, I will remove the pin. And just go round. after stapling it like that, I just pull it down. I am sure you know the way this thing is, because in table furniture you already know how this thing is. After, after turning it to the other side, I mean to the wrong side, and staple it round, you just pull it down like this, then we just staple it. Make sure you pull very well and just staple. So pull it well. Remember, I always tell you that you have to pull very well. You have to pull. The major difference between this chair furniture and the table is just the backrest that we put. So that is just the major difference. Every other steps you can just apply the table style. You get what I mean? Remember, pulling is key. You have to pull very well. So I'll just do like this round. Pull, staple, pull, staple. I'll make sure that my pin is holding on the plywood. It's very, very important, so that the pin will not remove. The one that I remove, please remove it. The one that is not staying well, make sure you remove, and you do it again. So after stapling, after I finished stapling it, so I just brought it down. You see the way it's neat. You see the way it's neat here. You see how it is now. So when you just bring it down, and then you have this kind of, you see, this is the upper part and this is the body. So now look at the way I finished this side. Look at this side. Okay, see this side. So this finished edge, I just tucked it in. I tucked it in with this one. Then this particular one, I brought it inside, then I tucked it in. Then I just used my tack nail and my hammer to just tack it down. You see the way it is. So I did the same thing to the other side. So what you are going to be working on now is the down part. I'm going to be tucking it inside, then we'll put the leg and we'll finish it up. So this is how the down part looks like. This is how the down part looks like. So we'll be putting our plywood. This is how the down part looks like. So do you see the way I place the back? You see, I just put it across the wall to lean on the wall. So so that I'll be able to work on the down parts. So what I'm going to be doing now, I'll just tuck in this one. I'll tuck it in with my staple gun. I'll tuck it in, I'll staple it with my staple gun. Then I'm going to put the plywood. You know how we put the, remember we brace, remember to brace, so remember to brace. Then I'll put my plywood, then I'll put my leg. Then you see the way it will, I'll put the plywood and put the leg, then you see how it will look like. So I told you that you tucking in the down part. I've tucking in the down part. It's just the normal way of the way we finish the down part in the table. So I've finished the down part, then I attach the legs to it. So this is the way it's looking now. So this type of chair is not going to, is going to be detachable seat. I told you that it's going to be detachable seat. So this is how it is now. This is the back part. This is the way it curves. So what I will do is to just put my, if you know how to sew, you can sew by yourself. You cut the size, of the foam. You just cut the size of the foam that you need. Like you can cut the shape of the way it is, or you can just cut it straight depending on what you want. So what I did was to cut my straight. So look at the foam I'm going to put on it. Look at the way it is. This is the way the foam is. So what I did was just to use my knife to cut it the shape of the way the shape is. This is the back side. This one will go inside while this one is the front. So let me just put it on it. So you just put it like this. You put the detachable foam. So this is it. See how beautiful it's looking. See how neat. So to sew the cloth, you can give it to upholstery to sew the cloth for you. They know what to do. After you finish cutting your foam, call them, let them come and sew for you. They will know how to sew it. It's their work. But if you know, you can also measure the foam and you'll be able to sew it properly. For those that know how to sew, you can go ahead and sew. But even though I know how to sew, I don't used to sew upholsteries. I call them so that it will be neat. See how neat it is. They will make it very neat for you. So this is it. I love the outcome of the chair. See how beautiful it is. This is the sew sitter. So if you, this kind of seat, you need throw pillow for it. You need a big pillow for it so that it will cover the back, so that it will bring out the beauty very well. So I don't have big pillows, but let me just design it with this, my small emoji lip pillow. Yeah. And if you are yet to, if you also want to learn how to make all these kind of pillows, fruit pillows, the videos are available. Yes, the training is just 1,000 naira. So this is how, where we are, and we've come to the end of the class. Thank you and God bless you. You can ask your questions. Bye. The next thing that I'm going to be doing now is to put my carton. It's just to cover this place. So I'll put carton. Make sure you always put carton to support your work. So I'll just put carton here in front and at the back. And I'll staple it. staple it. That's what I would just do, round. This video that you are watching belongs to Tyre Furnitures, so nobody have right to use it, to monetize it in any way. It belongs to me. And as you are watching this video, I pray that the Lord will give you the wisdom to know it in Jesus' name. But just put your mind to it. It is not difficult to make. It is not difficult to make. Be creative. Be creative. Sometimes you can just sit down and just draft what you want. You can think ahead of the box. How do I do this? How do I go about this? So that is how to think, about new design.